Welcome everybody to our daily energy prayer. My name is Jona Bryndis and we are coming together here in this live event to pray together and especially learn how to pray. So the art of praying is something that I would like to address with you here today. We want to learn how to do this in a structured way so that our prayers aren't just requests to some higher authority for some problem that we would like to have resolved by some external power. We always start with arriving, with allowing our body to be fully here. This is something that we often forget. One important aspect of that is that we actually feel our own body, that we feel our own feet, that we feel our own hands. You can squeeze your butt cheeks. These things always help to just really inform ourselves. It's a form of self-reporting. We inform ourselves about the fact that we exist, that we are here, that we have the right to be here, and that which we are paying attention to right now, that is what we are here and now aligning ourselves to. Now, what we are aligning ourselves to once we have fully arrived in the here and now is something that we all need to feel out for ourselves. I call this energy prayer, to show that it's not like a denominational prayer, but a prayer that has to do with our energy alignment, that has to do with what we choose to align ourselves to, the higher power as we understand it. That's very, very important. It's very important for us to know what it actually is that we are aligning ourselves to. It can be God, it can be Source, it can be the divine, it can be our higher self, if we are understanding our higher self as the replication, so to speak, as the I am version of God. And that is then what we want to pray to. This is really, really important, guys. Many people forget that. The next step to praying, whether we are doing this on our own or in a group here, the difference between doing this together is that just due to the fact that we are all coming from different parts of the world right now, we are actually forming a network, we are forming a grid all around the planet. And you can understand, even if you don't know much about energy work, that whenever we are coming together, we are amplifying something. So the difference between us praying for ourselves, maybe when we wake up in the morning or when we go to bed, is that we are here also dedicating our part of our attention to this group or to these people that are contributing here. Which then leads us to the third part, namely to decide what we want to pray for. We are here to do this, but we also need to decide what we are energizing with our prayer. And this is the part where you come in, because in order to allow our words to become alive and for ourselves to embody this, we need to have this clarity, what it actually is that we are doing. So let's talk about this a little bit, what's on your mind or on your heart, what you would like to pray for, and the process of deciding what we are praying for. What would you like to pray for today? What would you like this group to energize due to the power of our focus and our consciousness? What do you choose to energize. And I can already tell you that when you come up with things that you would like to pray for, I will ask you, as sort of the next question, what are you learning through this? And how can you contribute to this? Annette would like to pray for the courage to love her body. Now, I don't want you to all pray for Annette to have the courage to love her body. Yes, Amanda wants to pray for connection to the energy of unconditional love. Yeah, that too, linked to love and self-love. I don't want you to pray to Amanda. I want you to pray to that love. Let's pick this here. You guys were the first ones to respond, and it's in alignment with another. Let's pray for the love that allows us to feel in a certain way, or that allows us maybe to raise our vibration, that allows us to heal. Let's talk about this for a moment, guys. What does it require to tune in, to energize unconditional love? When it comes to the love for our body and for our health, we already know what it can do. It can help us to nurture and to cultivate and to maintain our body health, if you will. This can also be related, obviously, to a relationship. So it's okay to think in this sort of simultaneous way, where you see love as something like a currency, something like a resonance that can lead to healing. And Amanda has qualified this love. She's calling for unconditional love. In other words, not the kind of love where you have to be in a certain way, or where you have to do anything in order to deserve this love. How can we tune into, this? Annette here asked for the courage to do this, which is very cool, because if you think about it, unconditional love is actually something that we should all be able to tune in at all times, right? But it's kind of hard. So we're asking to be able to feel this more, or to be able to have more courage to let go of all the mental overlay that we have with that. Yes, you guys are seeing this. Cheryl is adding to pray for the courage to know in the moment what aligns me to love and peace. Becky is adding to that the acceptance of uncertainty, which is also a big part with love, because we never know if we are being loved back. If you think about it, loving only that which loves us back is conditional. So we have to overcome our fears of our love perhaps not being answered. Would you say that that is the part that requires courage? Yes, letting go of the outcome, Cindy, exactly. That's a big one. And when it comes to effectively praying and going into this interaction with higher power, letting go of the outcome is a very, very important part. Why do you think that is? Remember, it's a two-way street, right? You asking your higher power, or whatever you define as higher power, to help you with something, okay? What are you giving back? What is your currency? Not as in what you have to pay for it, but in the sense of what are you giving back? You giving back your attention, you giving back your worship, your attention, right? The one that you are willing to give to this higher power due to your prayer. You are surrendering your own ego in this moment, that you let go of all this overlay, that you let go of the outcome. You are letting go of yourself. You're taking yourself out of this, and you're asking higher power to do this for you, or to provide you with what you need to be able to do this better. Does this make sense? So it's very important that you see yourself in interaction with that higher power, and what it actually is that you are surrendering. Here in this grace prayer that you can see on the screen, that we are using sort of as template for our daily energy prayer, that I will adjust to, the theme of the day, the focus of the day. You can see that there are certain elements here. There is this element of surrendering our life, our body, mind, spirit, heart, and soul, and all error perceptions thereof. What are error perceptions? It's that overlay. The error perception in and of itself is that our ego self, all right, could determine an outcome. This is something that we are giving. We're giving this to the higher power that we are dedicating or devoting this prayer to. And then we are emphasizing this, we are enforcing this by saying, thy will is my will, thy will be done through me. We're basically giving up our ego's tendency to know what's better, we have found out often doesn't quite work. And so we are asking for something specific. We're asking to pray for, and now I'm going to add the words that you came up with, for the courage and wisdom to feel and express the love that heals me from within. Do you guys agree with this? Is this something that you want to devote your energy, your attention at this very moment to? And you will then see in the last part, wonderful, I take your hearts as a yes. And then the last part of the prayer emphasizes that we understand that there are aspects of ourselves that can be in the way. So we're asking for all that needs to be healed to be revealed. This is a very big topic nowadays, because when it comes to especially COVID and all the health scare that is associated with this, there are a lot of misunderstandings and contradictions here. So it's actually smart to ask for, yes, clarity, Cindy, exactly. And to also signify that we are willing to stand in truth. To stand in truth. Let me feel this. Let me know this. I can only heal what I can feel. Yeah. So that, and this is the last part of the prayer, I can live in the consciousness of this grace, that we are receiving through our prayer, in the here and in the now. But not just the grace. We are also lining us to our I am awareness, the part in us that knows that we are a part of the divine. This is a very, very powerful prayer, guys. And if you work this through in this way, then your prayers will have a lot of power. They will become very, very powerful energy tools for you. And this is why we do this here together, because if we learn how to do this for ourselves, then that's already rising or raising our vibration. If we do this together, we are multiplying it. So let's go into this place together. The last part of the prayer, namely where it needs to be embodied, where it needs to be done. Okay? I'm going to turn on some music here that can help us to align to it just a little better. And then I will read the prayer for you in my words. You can, of course, do this for yourself as well. For thee I thirst, into your hands I commit my life, my body, mind and spirit, heart and soul, and all error perceptions thereof. Thy will is my will. I'm not sure if you could hear the music. I couldn't. But it's in essence a music that we feel from within. We close our prayer with expressing gratitude from within. With understanding that this prayer is an interaction with the spirit world, with the parts of us that even if we don't have some kind of religious context or anything for that, but the part of us that is somehow eternal, the part in us that lives on beyond our physical existence. Knowing that this interaction precedes us and follows us, connects us with all who are aligning themselves to their own higher power, to all that are walking on the same path, and who have walked that path before, the path of becoming a conscious soul self. This gratitude should also extend to all of you who came here today to embody this, to cultivate this, just due to your presence. Thank you, everybody, for coming and for energizing this, for helping anybody who happens to see this video or who happened to stumble upon this daily energy prayer to realign to the aspects of what truly matters to us. By you working out what you would like to pray for today, by going into this deeper inner place where you literally ask yourself what it is that you want to energize for the day, you have helped yourself and other people watching this to contact and interact with higher power. It's very, very beautiful. Thank you all, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.